Welcome back to VL Speaks with You. I'm Virna Lisa. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 23, and the topic today is the holidays. Yeah, happy holidays. All right, we've kicked off the season, although I swear it started in October because I saw the decorations. Did you too? Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. So, this is a season that's supposed to be about generosity, charity, peace, love, coming together, and of course, presents. This whole year, I've been talking about lots of different topics, but basic things to cover for rebuilding and creating change and building a healthier lifestyle. This month since tends to put people completely in a tizzy. Some people get very anxious, some people get depressed, some people get frantic and kind of just lose track of everything, like how much they're spending. So I'm going to pose a few questions to you. Okay, you may have already started your shopping, you may have already done your shopping, and some of you may be waiting till the last minute. With all of that out on the table, I would like for you to stop for a moment and think about the answers to just a few questions. Number one, what kind of holiday season do you want to have? Do you want it to be wild and crazed and frenetic, or do you want it to be peaceful? Do you want to create new types of traditions that are going to leave you feeling refreshed and restored and like everyone had a good time, everyone got along, the food was nutritious and delicious, and you feel really good about it, and you felt good about your spending, right? Do you want to have crazy credit card statements come January, February? Do you want to be more involved with your community around you? All right. Do you want to possibly start developing new values around this season that is about being charitable and generous and gracious and giving? Okay, so I've laid out a few things there. So let's start with the gifts because that's probably the most obvious thing, right? Every store has got a million things that they think you should buy, and they've put it in wonderful little bows and cellophane and lots of lights and bling and sparkles. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to buy it, but it looks like you might want to buy it, right? And the brain definitely functions differently when you get in these kind of environments. Like the impulse to buy is very strong. But before you do that, whoa, Nelly, how about are you buying stuff that people really want or need? Think about, I would say, have you asked yourself how much waste you want to create? Because this holiday creates a lot of waste, right? Not just with the wrapping paper and all of that, also the stuff that they came in, whatever the stuff came in, whatever boxes or plastic wrapping or plastic this or plastic that, because plastic is everywhere. How much waste do you want to create? Do you want to buy gifts to people that they're going to wind up regifting or just putting on a shelf somewhere and never looking at it again? It just goes completely to waste. Is this intriguing you at all? Because these are the things that I think about. They don't keep me up at night, but I think about them. And then I think, I should talk to you about it. Alrighty. So now that you've thought about that, let's go to, if you've decided, yes, you're going to buy gifts. Where are you going to buy the gifts? Well, one, think about supporting your local businesses. Please start with small. And also buy quality over quantity. Maybe you've trained your kids or relatives to get lots of stuff from you, but do they actually need it? And do they actually want it? And maybe an exercise that you can do, especially with family, with kids, is everybody clean out your closets. Whatever you're not using or perhaps you've outgrown, if you've got kids, they're definitely outgrown out of a lot of stuff, donate it to Goodwill. Whatever you got, old toys, whatever. You want new toys? You got to get rid of some toys. You want new shoes and you're the same size now? Get rid of something. Make room for new stuff if you want new stuff. That's important. Instead of waiting until after you've purchased everything and then purge. Purge first. Little exercise I'll give you that I've been doing for quite some time is anytime I buy something new, whatever that thing is, I give something away. So start locally. Support your local businesses, restaurants, cafes, spas, massage therapists, whatever. Support locally. The consignment shops, the vintage shops, where you can also get gifts, by the way. And if you go to affluent areas, you can find some stuff that's actually new in there. Yeah, because they want to sell their stuff. Really nice stuff that they never wore. So check it out. But that's a good way to start. If you want to go bigger, let's say you're already online, before you go and shop on that big one, you know what I'm talking about, starts with an A, check out B corporations. B, the letter B. B corporations operate on a much higher level as far as their corporate culture and also how their actions impact environments and ecostructures. Now, let's say if you say, you know what, we've got enough stuff, we don't need any more stuff. Get experiences for you and your family or your loved ones. Get a reservation for a friend that you know that's been dying to go to a restaurant, that they haven't been able to make it because they got kids and it's hard for them to find a sitter. Be their babysitter for free and get them a reservation. Or couples massage. Spouses can do that for one another. Partners can do that for one another. Let's go for a couples massage. You know what? I'll stay home with the kids. You go and get a massage. You could do that. That would be a nice thing to do. Giving the gift of health. If you're going to give the gift of health, let's say skincare or hair care. Vet everything on ewg.org. Environmental Working Group. I know I'm giving you more work, but it's worth it because a lot of that stuff that you see prepackaged that looks all shiny and cute and it's got a particular name brand on it isn't necessarily very good for your skin, for your hair, or for the environment. So check out ewg.org before you buy some skincare. All right? It could be supplements that you're buying for someone, supplements that you know that they need, but just vet it. Make sure that these are really good products, high quality. Another experience that you can share with your family or friends is volunteering for the holidays. Volunteering at a soup kitchen, volunteering at a homeless shelter. Cleaning out your closets before you buy new stuff and bringing that stuff with you when you do the volunteer work. Bringing clothes, coats, hats, gloves, socks. Some new stuff, not just the stuff that's ready to be thrown out. That stuff you can cut up and use them as rags, reuse them. Bring them some good stuff that you know you're just not using. You haven't used it in the past year and you probably won't. And you may not even fit into it. So might as well give it to people that can use it. And this type of service in community and to people that are not necessarily as fortunate as you are, is an exercise in compassion. Not pity, compassion. You're there to serve. It humbles us and also puts us in a position to step back and say, wow, haven't you got it good? Better than most. Some people would consider you rich because you got a car and you got an apartment or a home with a backyard, or you get to go on vacations. You have no idea how these people got to where they are. And it may make you wonder, like, wow, how does this happen to a person? But you never know how that act of kindness can make an impact on that person and can change their viewpoint on life and say, hey, this world is full of good people that care. They came here and volunteered. You can go to an elderly home, a nursing home, read, spend time and say hello to the people that are there. Ask them how they're doing. You don't have to spend your whole holiday there. You can spend a few hours. You can volunteer at an animal shelter for a couple of hours. Those animals love love. Who knows? You may even come home with a couple. So, another thing to consider, and I'm going to make this the last thing that I talk about, is the party situation. Now, there's usually a lot of parties, right, for the holidays. There are office parties, and this person's throwing a party, and that person's throwing a party, and there's lots of food, and there's lots of alcohol. How about curb your enthusiasm with that this year? Because by the end of the year and going into the new year, people are feeling sick, their immune systems are run down, credit card bills are out of control. How about switching the things that you do instead of that, so that you're not feeling totally run down and beat up by the end of the year, rolling into the new year, making all those New Year's resolutions because you just feel so beat up and worn out from the way that you finish the year. And I think that the way that the year is finished is an indicator of how the new year is going to start. How you finish this part up, the end of the last quarter, gives you an indication about how you're going to roll into the new year. So I say that because a healthy lifestyle is about balance. It's about balance in all things. And I know it's sometimes hard in this environment, in our society, to do that, to find that kind of balance. But I didn't want it to come off too preachy, but I'm just saying, maybe curb your enthusiasm on the partying rolling into the new year. Take care of your health, your mind, your body, your energy, and your relationships. Thank you for being on this journey with me this past year. It has been fun and sometimes uncomfortable, and also a great learning experience. I mean, I thought I was technically savvy, but this is totally different. So, lighting, shadows, sound, content, editing. Yeah, it's been a huge learning curve. So, thank you for being on this journey with me. We're going to go into the new year healthy and happy and way less stressed. That's a great idea. I think that's a wonderful idea. Just think about it. You never know. It could be worth it to you. I think it would. All right, so that is my spiel on the holidays and finishing off this year. I'm excited about 2024. I've got some folks that I'm going to be collaborating with, which is going to be wonderful because I'm not going to be the only one here sitting in front of the camera. It'll be focused on other people, which is great. And then I can learn a whole bunch of new technical skills. I'm looking forward to it. It's on my things to do list. Alrighty, I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season and take really good care of yourself. Try to breathe and relax. Go to yoga class, get a massage, just chill, put your legs up the wall. Take an Epsom salt soak every now and then. It really helps. It really does. Alrighty. Thank you. Take good care, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.